Hmm. So I heard it. You know, it's cool. You know, it's not bad. You know what I mean? Like I'm not go hype it like everybody else saying it's fire. Mm, it's not, but it's not bad. You know, it has its points to where okay, you definitely could tell where it could have been better, and you could tell where it lacked at. Now, as far as the features goes, King Los had a solid verse. Yo Gotti had a solid verse. Problem that surprised me as fuck. I was like, yo, this song is pretty good. You know, Kevin Gates, sorry, Juicy J shouldn't have been on it at all. K Camp came through with a solid hook, but he known for that. You know what I mean? Chevy Woods, the regular. You know, in Currency, definitely as always. Sometimes he just out rap Wiz, surprisingly. You know what I mean? So that's just the features. Production, um, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as great as you know we've heard from the producers, or whatever you want to call it. Um, yeah, Sunny Digital. I mean, I'm not saying he did a bad thing, but we've heard better. You know what I mean? It's hit and miss with him. Now, as far as the songs itself, you know what I mean. 6 of them I thought was cool. I thought that was fair. You know, but it's like it wasn't nothing there, so I see why he had features on the album. I mean, my bad, mixtape. It starts off with respect. I thought that was it had a good vibe to it. You know what I mean? Juicy J talking like, "Shut up!" Like we don't want to hear that shit. K Cam definitely delivered on the hook. The beat was cool. You know, it was solid. It just had a good vibe to it. I definitely think the hook and the production saved that record. Track two, no, that no, no. What was that? Like I didn't like Kevin Gates actually can rap for those who don't know, and it's just like that wasn't the right record for him. So I see with Wiz with I get it bringing other artists to your element, but that wasn't the right record. Prequel featuring Currency, Currency was the best thing on that record. The beat was kind of weak though, you know what I mean? It's like it sounded off, and I'm like, why is they rapping on this shit? Like it didn't help Wiz, but it helped Currency. Currency he always worked magic on the beat, in my personal opinion. Foreign Bitches Freak Dips featuring Chevy Woods. Chevy, that should have been his song. The song itself is okay, but Chevy should have had it for himself. To me, the hook was weak as hell. The beat was it was cool, and Chevy verse was solid, but yeah, it definitely should have been a Chevy song. Shit starters, mm-mm. It got a rock vibe. The hook weak as hell. Basic content, no creativity. Really, bottles is a shit starter. Pills is a shit starter. Really, seriously, Wiz. Mm. All right. No Worries featuring Chevy Woods. That definitely had a cool vibe on it. Now that's the Wiz that I thought would have got on this. You know, if you listen closely, his background vocals, the way Wiz does that type of shit, that's the Wiz that I like. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely dope. The lyrics was decent. You know what I mean? They verses was cool. It had a cool vibe to it. You know, I can't front on that record. I definitely feel like that's the Wiz that you know what I mean. I was expecting, but it is what it is. Finish Line featuring Project Pat. No, annoying as fuck. Like soon as the record come on, I'm like, yo, I tried to get to I got to 58 seconds. I can't. No, can't do it. It's too annoying. Call Again, like I said, featuring Problem, dope. But why did you cut the record in half just to have Juicy J talk? So we get to Gangsta One on One featuring King Los. Now this was what I was waiting for. You know, I was like, okay, how is King Los gonna rap on this shit? Is he gonna do the bullshit where he know he can rap lyrics, or he gonna bullshit? He didn't bullshit, but he didn't live up to his expectations as a you know rapper lyricist. But it's a Wiz Khalifa song, so you know why would you? It's obvious he out rap Wiz. Duh, we know that his verse was solid. You know he used light words, you know, as far as wordplay, but it still was a good song. The hook was cool. I like the vibe of it. Gangsta One on One, Wiz delivered on that song just like he delivered on track six. We get to Left featuring Yo Gotti. Not bad at all. Gotti verse was solid. Again, it's like okay, you're a drug dealer type artist on a Wiz Khalifa, the stoner hippie type dude. What are y'all gonna do together? And Wiz verse was basic as fuck. Like, let's keep it real. I was like, wow, all right. The beat was good, hook was good. Not bad at all. Gotti came through and did what he did. Like, you know, last of the real niggas left. You know what I mean? I get the what angle Wiz was coming from, but at the same time, it's just like, damn, certain artists you shouldn't feature on these type of records because it kind of don't fit the mold. Like, You know what I mean? Fuck Day, the bonus track. It's okay. It's not bad, but it's just like for all y'all saying that, oh, it's dope. Okay, why y'all don't like when Wayne does records like this when he just talk about sex? You can't say this is more creative than the Wayne song or anybody else that does that shit. It's just a song about fucking. If you got a girlfriend, you fuck your girlfriend. You do all type of positions. It is what it is. We understand that. You feel me? So it's like to say that you don't like the record, that would be whatever. It doesn't make sense. It makes you sound weird or kind of suspect. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think all of us music fans does we don't want to hear a record of another dude talking about fucking his girl, fucking a chick. Period. Those records are for women. It's not for a guy. Like I'm not mad at the record, but it's just like he did what he did. It was creative. It had a nice melody, you know, the hook and everything, and that's cool. But you know, Wiz kind of make records like that okay because he don't always just say I'm gonna do this, do this, do this. He adds the weed, he had the party, and he had the lifestyle. He don't do what Wayne do, where it's just oh I'm gonna do this, do that, do that. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. You dig? But it's still okay. The beat is the best thing that carried the song. But overall, Cabin Fever 3, it's not whack, it's not trash, it's not garbage, it's not what I expected, but I called that. It was cool, it's fair. You know what I mean? I give it a 6 out of 10. 6 of the records are definitely worth keeping if you downloaded it. You know what I mean? Production, it was cool. It wasn't, you know, what I thought it was. So it made me wonder what the fuck is Back from the Dead 3 gonna sound like. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I gave it a 7 out of 10 as far as the production goes. You know, I just think either Wiz picked the wrong beats or he just sent these beats to him. Because if Wiz had the choice to pick these beats, yeah, nigga, you picked the wrong beats for Cabin Fever 3. And if people don't realize Cabin Fever 3, go watch the movie, you feel me? And then you kind of should have had a concept with the whole series. You know what I mean? I just feel like when you going to do a mixtape, if you think it's going to be a series, then actually put some thought into it. You know, Cabin Fever should have been like, meaning sick, flu, like, you know what I mean? This ill type shit. Like, that should have been a theme of all of them. The first one, you had that kind of vibe, but it's just like, all right, we're going to get the dopest producers, you know what I mean? Great songs, feature wise, where everything is just, damn, that shit's sick. That's dope as fuck. Like, every one of them. So, I mean, it's a mixtape, but at least you can come up with a theme or a concept. You know, Cabin Fever, if you really know what Cabin Fever is, then you get what I'm saying. But it is what it is. You know, it was cool. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying it's whack. It's not better than part one. I'll listen to this over part two. But I mean, out of a trilogy got to be classic. You know what I mean? I just feel like 1 out of 3 is not a good trilogy. You know what I mean? So it's to all rappers. If y'all do fucking mixtape series, new rappers or old rappers, whatever you want to call it, if you're gonna start a series, make sure you complete the series in a great way. Peace.